What? Oh. All right. Looking good, everybody.
So far, so good.
So far, so good. How's everybody doing? Looking good. Everything's good. Don't throw up on my laptop. We got a dog. We got a special guest today.
It's a real Wolf Den podcast because we got a descendant of actual wolves. The domestic house dog.
He is a clingy dog. Turns out
We all got one of those.
he wants to be right here at all times. And that's fine. You're allowed.
Yeah.
Anyway, this is Iggy. Welcome to the podcast.
Hey,
How you doing?
The other guys.
We were not here last week.
No, you missed a wild show though. I read the entire Epstein files.
Yes.
It was a dramatic.
We got them, and they wouldn't. They took the episode down. So if you were here live,
You saw Bob's hog, and I
saw
read
my
the
hog.
the Epstein files.
yes, this is my hog. Okay, but today, Gamescom happened.
Yes.
So we got to talk about that. Lots.
It was a pretty eventful Gamescom, I must say.
Yeah, but I'm shocked at how little information we have about this Xbox ROG Ally.
I'm not. I feel like that's by design.
Not that we don't have a lot of information, more so that I haven't seen a lot of footage and heard a lot of things from a lot of people
Again,
that I would expect to hear stuff from.
I feel like that is by design. And like, sure,
Yeah, there's
we'll get
probably
into it.
embargoes
Yeah.
all over the place. It's definitely not ready.
Yeah.
Anyway, thank you _ for the 89 months. Thank you, Jeffrey Sorensen, for the 44 months. Oh, banana. That's from Donkey Kong.
Yes. Ooh, banana.
Mr. Yorch, thanks for the 2 months. Here, Wolf Bros, take my Bezos pesos. It's Spanish.
Yes.
And Wicked Spooky, thanks for the 35 months. Yo, Wolf Bros, hope you're doing amazeballs. I am. Thank you. Anyway, how you guys doing? It's hot.
It is.
I just got very
warm.
hot. I'm gonna something about
It's
that.
hot here. It was hot in my house, and like the outside world is cooling down. So like, I don't know what would make sense anymore.
It's about to be September in New York.
Yeah.
And I like it because it's like it's like just a light jacket weather.
Yeah, but like
That's my favorite.
weather doesn't make sense anymore. So
That's true.
I feel like once it hits September, it's gonna be like
Because of the liberals
yes,
and their weather machine.
yes. The woke mind virus is spread through the weather.
All right. Tell me about something. What do we got here?
Okay.
Our Xbox ROG Ally details.
Yes. Microsoft has announced the release date for the Xbox ROG Ally line of gaming handhelds. It also announced the handheld compatibility program, which will make more titles optimized for the ROG Ally. The handheld, which was announced during Xbox Game Showcase at Summer Games Fest in collaboration with Asus and Microsoft, it will feature Xbox branding and bespoke operating system, adding to the ROG's successful gaming handheld line. Both handhelds will be released on October 16th. Details about pricing and pre-orders are coming soon, according to Microsoft. Alongside the announcement, Microsoft has revealed the handheld compatibility program, which it calls a new Xbox initiative designed to make more games ready to play on your supported handheld. It is also legally distinct from Valve's Steam Deck certified program. My words, not theirs.
That's from Xbox. They will have their own little verification.
We have worked with game studios to test, optimize, and verify thousands of games for handheld compatibility, allowing you to jump into the game without having to tweak settings or require only minor adjustments. This appears to be, Microsoft's version of Steam Deck verified. And then it goes into descriptions, handheld optimized, mostly compatible.
There are so many ads on Video Games Chronicle right now.
Yeah. At launch, the Xbox Ally will be available in Australia, Belgium, Canada, Denmark, Finland, France, Germany, Ireland, Italy, Japan, Korea, Mexico, the Netherlands, New Zealand, Norway, Poland, Portugal, Saudi Arabia, Singapore, Spain, Sweden, Switzerland, Thailand, Turkey, the Arab Emirates, the UK, and finally, the only country that matters, the US. It is announced follows Microsoft's comments from VP of Next Generation, Jason Ronald, who said earlier this year that any future handheld device would combine the best of Xbox and Windows.
What is the date?
October 16th.
Okay.
Yeah. That's like the only, that and the handheld optimized thing is like the only like concrete stuff they announced. at Gamescom for this stupid thing.
So we only have leaked specs that we got like a long time ago.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just pulled up leaked specs for the old Ally X. No, we want the Xbox. And you know what? I think it's like not much powerful, like even at all.
It's not. It's like, I think
it's the Z2 Extreme, which is that's a significant leap forward, but it's only like going to be like 15 or 20% more powerful, which is like pretty good for if you're like a frame peeper, if you're really like getting that.
No, we have official specs.
Oh, we do have official.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's on Xbox.com. So
okay, that must be official.
Yeah. The X model has the AI Z2 Extreme, and the regular Ally has the Z2A.
Okay, that's the cheaper, shittier one.
Yeah.
Probably more power efficient, but we're not interested in that really.
They both have a 7-inch 1080p screen, 120 refresh rate, 500 nits.
Yeah, the screen is the same as the old screen, which is a little disappointing, but not a big deal.
Yeah.
And we don't have price.
No, that was the big thing that we don't have price.
We just know the white one's going to be cheaper.
The prices were leaked.
Oh, they were leaked.
They were up on Best Buy's website, and then Best Buy took them down.
Okay.
See if I can find what those were.
This could change due to market conditions.
Yes. Market conditions.
Yeah, so they had this at Gamescom and they were showing it to people. But I guess behind closed doors, I thought it was going to be open and available for people to try.
No, I think Tom Warren of The Verge had a video up of him like futzing around on it. But and he's gone. Oh, he's just letting Ziggy. There you go.
Ziggy was
Bye, Ziggy.
out, but apparently not.
Here we go. This is on Reddit Gaming Leaks and Rumors. Billy Coon on Blue Sky claims the final price specs are $550 USD for the Xbox ROG Ally and $900 for the ROG Ally X.
Okay, that's like not the worst. People are gonna see the Xbox branding and they're gonna see $900 and they're gonna lose their minds.
Yeah.
We are veterans of this. I mean, everybody watching this knows what PC handhelds are already.
Yeah.
So this isn't our first rodeo. We know that these things can get pretty expensive. $900 is more than the Ally X was. That was $800.
Yeah.
I think it went up to like $830. I think at one point. So this is more, which is a little disappointing. But I guess market conditions.
Yeah, market conditions.
Yeah. So Ziggy's playing with the toy. I gotta watch the dogs. Okay. Anyway, yeah. So I don't love $900, but it is a slightly more powerful Ally X. It's bigger. I don't like how big it is, how ugly it is.
Yeah, it makes me wonder, like,
part of why I like the Ally X is because of how compact it is. It's slightly smaller than a Steam Deck.
But I want, like, with the price, I wonder, because Xbox is like the consumer facing brand. It's like it's not for like the hardcore and the pros. It's for the normies, right? Because like your mom knows what an Xbox is. So I'm wondering if they're gonna look at the like $900 price tag and balk at it. Like, is that gonna deter people from buying this?
Deter. I think it would.
Deter.
Absolutely. People are gonna look at this and compare it to like the PlayStation Portal.
Yeah.
That thing is $200, right? So people are gonna be like, "This is why PlayStation's better because this thing's only $200." But like $200, you can't play games on it.
Exactly. Yeah.
So, I am interested in this. Apparently, this might not be Xbox's like official handheld. This might just be like a PC.
This was supposed to be a
collaboration,
Xbox branded PC handheld, and that the official Xbox console handheld was supposed to come out later. But rumors suggest that got shelved. So because nobody knows what they're doing over there.
So the only video we've ever seen is this Tom Warren video from Gamescom of maybe him, I don't even know, playing around with the Xbox environment. And this is the most interesting thing about this handheld is that Microsoft is working on their own gaming environment. Some people were reporting that this would be like a Windows, a new version of Windows that has a lot of the bloat taken out, a lot of the crap that we don't need. And it has the Xbox app sort of on top of it, and that works kind of like SteamOS.
Yes.
It's not really big picture mode. It's more like how SteamOS just has the Steam OS environment in front of it that lets you navigate the games easily.
Yeah.
And then if you want to go to the desktop, you can go to the desktop. We still don't really know exactly how that's going to work or what it is or how it is or what it's going to be. So in this video, he showcases it. And it is, you see it looks like SteamOS. It kind of just looks like the Xbox app, but it's giving me the similar vibe to SteamOS. And then it just enters the desktop.
Right.
And that concerned me how quickly it went to the desktop. Because on a Steam Deck, it takes a long time to get to the desktop.
Yeah.
From the...
It essentially, like, reboots itself to get to the desktop.
The Steam OS environment is called something. I forgot what it's called. Like the store page and like the library of your games, it's called something.
Yeah.
I forgot what it's called. But that's an environment, and then you have to load into the desktop. It's a whole process. This seems a lot more like it's just an app.
Yeah.
And that is disappointing to me.
Because an app, like, that's like an additional layer of code running on top of an operating system. Then you got the game running on top of that.
Yeah, you always have the desktop running behind it. I want an environment that just has the games and that's it, nothing else.
Unless, you know, I mean, I don't know. Maybe they figured out a way to do a super low powerful like layer in between, you know? Maybe the app is just like super low maintenance.
Yeah, that's a possibility. Like this doesn't have to be exactly the same as a Steam Deck as SteamOS if it's good and easy to use and doesn't have a lot of the bullshit that Windows brings. I was just kind of expecting something to be a lot more similar to SteamOS. So, I'm interested. I'm confused. Don't touch that. That is gonna make things happen on the stream. If you touch that.
We already have enough problems with the stream talk.
Yeah, don't touch that thing. Do you have any opinions on the Xbox ROG Ally X? Yes. Yes. Okay. No, that's racist.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, this is the most interesting part of this to me is the Xbox environment because Microsoft did some stuff to make PC handhelds a lot easier to use.
Yeah.
And this is making me a little skeptical now because it doesn't seem that much different than just the Xbox app.
Yeah.
And I tweeted about this and I said, what is this an environment or is it just Windows with an app on top of it? And all of the comments are like, obviously it's an app. Obviously it's an environment. Obviously it's a new version of Windows. No one knows what this is. Everyone's got something different to say about it. So
yeah, once we get like official word from Microsoft, but like then again, I don't know if they're going to give us an official word until this stupid thing comes out because they're being cagey about the price.
Yeah.
They're being cagey about like how exactly it's going to work. You would think at Gamescom they would showcase more. They announced the release date of it. You would think they would showcase more of like how the actual thing works, like how the OS works, how game selection works, where the games are coming from via your library or the store page.
So Trevor New York just put in the chat Xbox from Gamescom showing the environment.
Okay.
And it doesn't, not showing us it booting into the environment.
Yeah.
Just showing it already in the environment, which is concerning because I want it to load into it like it's a Steam Deck. I want it to load into this environment. But it's looking like it's most likely just an app. Says it launches the Xbox app. Yeah. So it could be like a pared down version of Windows that just has the app on it.
Yeah.
And this app, like, so far isn't the best.
But then, like, how pared down of a version of Windows are we talking here? Because the whole point of this is that it's not just going to run like the Xbox app and Xbox game. It'll also integrate with Steam and Epic and like all the other major game stores on it. And a
Well,
lot of those platforms require full Windows.
I think that's what's great about the Steam Deck is that you can go to the desktop if you want. And the desktop will, God bless you, and the desktop will let you like get the Epic Game Store or whatever. So like it'd be cool to have that in Windows too. All right, we get it. You got something in your throat. And so I want Windows to be there.
Right.
I want there to be a way to get full-blown Windows. I don't know, maybe the only frame of reference that I have is the Steam Deck. So that's why I'm like trying to make the connection. Maybe it doesn't need to be that. Maybe just being the app is enough.
Maybe
Maybe I'll change my mind when we finally get it.
Maybe they found a way to make that work.
Yeah. So I'm very interested. I can't wait to get my hands on this thing whenever I'm able to get my hands on this thing. October, I guess.
Yeah.
Ooh, okay. Okay, October. That's not too far.
October 16th, yeah.
That's not too far at all. Cool. Okay. Listen to the audio. Well, I can't listen to it. We're doing a podcast.
Yeah.
They say it launches the app and uses less resources for maximizing gaming. I know, and I hear that all the time. That doesn't tell me anything. It's an app. It says 35 watts of TDP. That's interesting.
Because like for a long time, games you bought on Steam, they would launch with an app. Like Rockstar games, Rockstar Social Club, and then the game would launch.
Right now, you boot up your ROG Ally. It loads up Windows, does the whole Windows boot up. Then you see your desktop. Then your desktop goes away because it launches Armory Crate or the Xbox app if you set it up to launch the Xbox app. This is... I don't want that to happen. I want it to just open up the app. I don't want to see Windows at all.
Yeah.
Just like how the Steam Deck works. So that's not like reassuring at all. Need to be able to install mods so there's no desktop experience. Then I'd be curious how they let you do those. Well, yeah, again, it's like the Steam Deck. You can just get into Windows. That's where my brain goes. Yeah. It looks like that's not the case. It looks like this is just Windows. Maybe a slightly different version of Windows, it sounds to me like, you know, when you buy an Android phone, if you get like a Samsung one, it's got like Samsung's bullshit on it.
Yeah.
But if you buy like a Google one, it's just Android. Or you can get like just vanilla Android. It sounds like vanilla Windows.
Right.
You know? That's what it sounds like to me. So it's not going to be like a Steam Deck. It's going to be its own thing, which is fine if it works seamlessly. If it's as simple to use as I'm hoping that it will be.
Right.
Look at the big ass Ninja Turtles.
Hell yeah.
What's that for?
I'm not sure. I know it's a tactical takedown or whatever the fuck that game is.
Whatever the hell.
Yeah.
Anyway, Holy Lettuce says it needs to be an Xbox OS that switches between Xbox console UI and a de-bloated gaming-centered Windows desktop mode. Yeah, something like that. Maybe it is really that seamless to go between the two, which is fine, I guess. Another thing that we were concerned about is, like, in the future, it sounds like there's gonna be a way to play, like, actual Xbox games on your PC. Like, actual Xbox One games that you own or Xbox Series games that you own on your PC. And I would think you would need some sort of environment for that or some sort of way to emulate that type of console.
Yeah, because those are not Windows PCs. They're something else.
I will say, I saw a rumor. We never read this article on the podcast, but I saw something talking about how the Xenia developers are working directly with Xbox.
Oh.
And they're the ones... Xenia is the Xbox 360 emulator.
Yeah.
That would be amazing.
Yeah.
Because then you could just play anything.
Yeah.
All right. It's for the Hello Kitty X Ninja Turtle from McDonald's. Okay.
Oh, right. Yes, that is a real thing.
Where did we leave off? The Wicked Spooky, thanks for the 35 months. Oh, I read that already. Tynology, thanks for the 40 months. Straight up fall feeling today. He lives upstate, I think. Drove 6 hours today from Montreal to be here. Now avoiding shooting B-roll, ? I've avoided shooting A-roll today. Yeah, up there, I bet it feels like fall. The Konami Man, thanks for the 25 months. Hey, Wolf Bros. Belated congrats to Bob. Oh my God, thank you so much. All right, I'm going to close this door. Yeah, let me do that.
All right, you close the door. And I'll just be here. Hello, how are you? The only comic book I'm reading this week is Ultimate Spider-Man.
I streamed on Sunday, and the dogs were with me the whole time. So
Yeah.
I thought they want to be here the whole time. And then no,
that's because I'm here. It's my outfit.
Yeah. I started rereading The Long Halloween.
Really? That's a good.
I don't know why.
I reread that and Dark Victory when the Penguin was on, because it basically just cribs from both of those books.
Yeah, the very first chapter of The Long Halloween is the Dark Knight and the Batman.
Yeah. Yeah. Good shit.
Anything? Let's do Gamescom before we get into because that's I actually just want to know what happened at Gamescom.
Okay, so we'll do what we usually. This is just a list of like the big announcements from Gamescom. We'll do what we usually do with this type of stuff. We'll say the game, and if we want to talk about it more, we'll pause and break it out and talk about it more. Okay, right off the bat, Call of Duty Black Ops 7. Even this article says, you know the drill. Like, what more do they say? Like,
I don't know. I don't know.
We have an article about this game in particular later, but it's just rumor. It's not confirmed anything. But like, anytime they try to like spin a Call of Duty game as something like new and interesting, the end result always winds up being like the damn same. This game in particular, they're hyping up like it. The campaign at least is really trying to like blur the line between like what's real, what's a memory, and what's hallucination.
I hate that. That was like my least favorite Black Ops was what was it, 4? No, 4 didn't have 3 didn't have a single player.
4 didn't have a single player.
Which one had the battle royale? 3. Well, whatever. The one that was the first future one?
2.
That was 2?
That was 2.
Far future.
Well, 2 kept hopping back and forth between the future.
No. The one that was far future, where you're like in like an exosuit.
So that was 3.
That one sucked because your memory was fucked. So like it was really jarring and weird. And then in the middle of me playing it, it said network disconnected, and I was like, is that part of the game, or because this is a single player game? Why is my network disconnected? And it wasn't part of the game,
right?
So I thought it was like doing Eternal Darkness thing.
Yeah, that would be cool, but Call of Duty doesn't think that far ahead. Like, the memory distortion has like been a thing since the first Black Ops. Like, you'd be talking to somebody and then like you find out like, oh, he wasn't really there. Oh, Gary Oldman's character wasn't really there.
That's getting
but like,
real old.
Yeah,
you get like one of those.
Yeah, so
I'm not interested in a story for Black Ops.
Yeah.
I'm only interested in Warzone, and Warzone's been getting really boring, and there's a lot of other games that are kind of getting my interest more than Warzone. So
yeah,
I don't see myself really being interested in this at all. Although every time I say that, I end up buying the new Call of Duty.
Right.
So you never know, I guess.
All right, so there's that. Video game adjacent, but Fallout Season 2, the trailer debuted at Gamescom.
I've only seen the first episode of the first season. It was okay.
Yeah, so, I mean, this looks good. It looks like Fallout. Lords of Fallen 2 got announced. Lego Batman Legacy of the Dark Knight.
This looked awesome.
The new Lego Batman coming out next year. It is apparently larger than Arkham Knight in terms of the game map. Yes.
It looks just like Arkham.
I know.
It's an Arkham game, but you are Lego characters.
Yes. It is an open world Lego Batman game. It incorporates elements from the Nolan Batman trilogy, Matt Reeves' The Batman, and the Tim Burton Batman films. Who
is playing Batman?
Not any of the usual suspects. None of the usual voice actors you usually get for this.
Okay.
I know the trailer significantly shows like single player, but it does have a co-op mode. I believe the second player plays as Gordon.
Oh, weird.
Yeah. Well, if you're gonna play through the Batman, you can't play as Robin.
The Batman?
The Batman.
This is the Batman? Oh, it is the Batman.
It incorporates elements from Nolan's trilogy, The Batman, and Tim Burton's 2 films.
Okay. I'm noticing his suit is the Batman. Actually,
yeah, and then there's Heath Ledger's Joker was just on screen.
There's Gordon right there.
Yeah.
Does he have a gun?
I think he has a gun. Oh my God.
He's a gun.
What was brought up was It's only gonna have 7 playable characters as opposed to like the thousands that these Lego games usually have.
That's fine.
I think that because like you only wind up playing like the main characters anyway.
This is pretty much look. It's just Arkham.
It
This is like pretty much even that's from Arkham. This is just a new Arkham game, but your Lego characters.
I will say like this is not a serious game. Like it's a Lego game. It's gonna, but like the tone of it does seem to be a bit more like restrained than like it usually.
I think that's part of the comedy, though.
Yeah,
is that it's like a little serious, even though they're Lego characters. Like this, they're recreating this part from the Batman.
Yeah,
that's really cool. I think that looks awesome.
Yeah, this is gonna be a fun game. Sekiro: Shadows Die Twice, the anime.
Okay,
it's coming soon.
I liked Sekiro. That was a good game.
Yeah. Black Myth Zong Q from the people behind Black Myth Wukong. Warhammer 40K Dawn of War 4. World of Warcraft. Yeah. World of Warcraft Midnight, a new expansion. Monster Hunter Wilds cross Final Fantasy 14 online crossover.
Interesting. So is this Monster Hunter or is this Final Fantasy?
This is...
Or is it both?
Both.
So are you getting Final Fantasy characters in Monster Hunter and Monster Hunter characters in Final Fantasy?
Chocobos and posing cactars are coming to Monster Hunter, and Monster Hunter characters, secrets and palicos are coming to Final Fantasy.
Okay.
That's what, yeah.
So cute.
Yes. Onimusha Way of the Sword. We got a new look at that, which looks really cool.
Any date for that? Because I am interested. 2026.
Yeah. We got a new look at Silent Hill F, which looks interesting. It showed off the English language cast this time around. I mean, I don't know if I'll get to it, but I do want to play it. I do want to like know more about it.
You know, I've never played a Silent Hill, and I don't think this is going to be the one to start on.
I feel like this would be because like it's literally a fresh start. You know, like it has no connection. Most of the Silent Hills don't have any connection to anything. So the interesting thing about this is it does not take place in the town of Silent Hill. It takes place in like Japan.
Yeah, that is
we'll see what
wacky
that has to do.
Oh, we're not linking a trailer for Hollow Knight Silk Song?
I guess not. Polygon doesn't care. Probably the biggest news of Gamescom. Hollow Knight Silk Song was showed off and will arrive September 2nd, I think is the date. Like real soon.
Yes, it is. I believe next week.
Yeah.
So, or no, why do I think the 14th?
September 4th.
Okay, that is very soon.
That is very soon.
You know, I'm really glad that they didn't tell. They didn't. They're just releasing it. Like they didn't have like a big lead up. They're just like, you know what? Have the game. The game will be out in 2 weeks.
You read, like, I think it was Jason Schreier posted an article about like the development of it, and they were just like, no, we were having a good time, man. That's why it took so long, because we were just enjoying ourselves.
So I had like a little bit of a realization one day. A lot of these indie games that become hyper successful, it's small teams.
Yeah.
And it's these games like they don't expect it to be like hyper successful like that, you know? Yeah. And when a game like that, when a game that is made with this small of a team that's independent, that doesn't have like a big publisher to pay or anything, when they make millions and millions of dollars, there's no incentive to make another game. Because there's nobody telling them to do. I mean, there's people who are like, please make another game, but there's like no company that needs to appease their shareholders or anything. It's just guys who just cashed out. So now they get to take as long as they want. And that's really cool for some of these guys. But for some of them, there's no discipline for them to actually work because they've already made so much money.
So that is the story of Duke Nukem Forever, because that was technically an indie game. Duke Nukem 3D was. They made all their money from Duke Nukem 3D, and then they used that money to fund the development of Duke Nukem Forever. But 12 years later, they still don't have a game to show for it. And eventually, Take-Two, their publisher, was like, this has to stop. Like, we're shutting down this game. You can't do this anymore. Because they just, like, took too long.
And they had a publisher.
Yeah.
Some of these games don't. So they that's why you just never see indie games. So I was starting to think this game was just never going to come out.
Yeah.
But we see we have a date, and that's good. So I'm excited. I didn't play that much of the first Hollow Knight, to be honest with you. I didn't
play any of Hollow Knight.
Played a couple hours.
Yeah.
I liked it. I wasn't like in love with it. I think at the time I was like, I guess I don't like Metroidvanias that much.
Yeah.
But since then I've played so many great Metroidvanias. So I don't know exactly maybe my taste has changed, or maybe I just didn't like Hollow Knight.
Maybe.
We'll see. I'm gonna play this one. We'll see how much I like it when I jump in.
What's next? World of Tanks Heat. There you go. All the
I don't know anything
out there.
about World of Tanks other than they try to sponsor.
John Carpenter's
they got
Toxic
a lot of publishers.
Commando. We got a new look at the monster shoot 'em up action game John Carpenter's Toxic Commando, which apparently John Carpenter does have a say in what goes on in that game. So
Toxic Commando.
I think it's just like
this is a unique IP for this,
yes,
right?
yeah. I think it's. I don't want to say it's like a Left 4 Dead like, but it's definitely giving that vibe.
Okay.
I don't know if there's a single player campaign.
Oh, so it's co-op only, is what you're saying?
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, it looks pretty sick.
Yeah, it looks cool.
Yeah.
So there's that. Disco Elysium Studio reveals Zero Parades. Everyone's like gushes over Disco Elysium. I have it. I'm afraid to play it because I've heard it's like 50 hours and it's all talking.
Oh, I don't like that at all.
Indiana Jones and the Great Circle. We got a look at their DLC, Order of the Giants, coming September 4th, and also an announcement: it is coming to Switch 2 next year.
That is insane.
Yeah.
It does not run that great on PC handhelds. So
even with the Steam Deck mode, because now it's deck verified.
Now it's deck verified. It's still like a really low frame rate.
Yeah.
I am interested to see how this. I mean, if they do 720p, no ray tracing, fucking 30 frames, I'm sure it'll run fine. But like, that's not the way to play this game.
Yeah.
So I'm very interested to see some hands-on with the Switch version.
Yeah. I don't know. It's not in the keep, but did you see? I think it's RTX. They show like a new graphical update, and for this game specifically, like his hair, like they upgraded that.
I did see that, and I thought that was a Bosley ad. I need that in real life.
I was gonna say, and it was not just me who thought this, but apparently a lot of people are looking at it going like, what the fuck is the difference?
No, I saw a difference.
Barely.
It's very minimal.
The ROI on like graphical improvements is like so incremental now.
They have nothing.
Who cares?
They have nothing
like
to
you are
anymore.
making this shit up. Like
video games have gotten to look so good.
They will never
much. There's not much they can do to change things.
Yeah. The Outer Worlds 2, we got a new look at that. Another look at Ninja Gaiden 4.
I am very interested in Ninja Gaiden 4.
Yeah. Cinder City, an upcoming MMO from NCSoft. Valor Mortis, the new game from Ghost Runner developer.
Interesting.
It is a first-person Souls-like set in 19th century Europe. Yeah, when I saw Ghost Runner, I thought like, oh, this is going to be just a speed-running medieval game. No, it's like a whole ass RPG.
Completely different.
Yeah.
Very strange.
And last but not least, Bubsy 4D.
This is crazy. This is being developed by the guy that made, what the fuck is the name of the game? Demon Tides. I played that game at PAX.
Really?
Yeah, and it looks just like this. And I saw the trailer and I was like, wait, this looks exactly like Demon Tides. And it is made by this guy. So that guy's working on a 3D platformer, right?
Yeah.
And I guess they're like, hey, do you want the Bubsy IP? And he's like, all right. And he just made Bubsy into Demon Tides.
Wow.
The other way around.
Yeah.
So, and that game's sick.
Yeah.
So making it Bubsy, I guess.
Oh, this game did get a lot of like legit positive buzz out of Gamescom. Like people who like saw it and like played it actually like seemed to enjoy it.
Yeah.
Which is incredible. This is canonically the 4th Bubsy game. Like this is an official like continuation of the series.
That's it's amazing. So the reason why Demon Tides is so cool is because it's a 3D platformer that mixes elements of like Sonic and Mario and all that. Like you get this like a spin dash type shit. You get the same sort of like Mario like side flip and like triple jump and that sort of stuff. And it's I swear to God, Bubsy has the exact same stuff. You even see him spin dash.
Yeah.
And like that's not a thing in Bubsy, but it's a thing here because this guy's just like, I like 3D platformers and we're just gonna do a cool 3D platformer. You just happen to play as Bubsy.
Right.
So
he's also on his Twitter reposting pictures of Bubsy and Gex making out.
Okay. Very good. Love that.
And that's it. Those are the major game announcements from Gamescom.
I was expecting a lot more hype coming out of Gamescom. I gotta be honest. I mean, we got Silk Song, and that's a pretty big deal.
I would say like what they showed like was good. I don't know if aside from like Hollow Knight, I don't know if there was like the one thing that was like, oh my god, this is gonna be crazy.
Yeah, I was expecting a little more from that, but I mean, I guess Gamescom's just not as crazy as E3 used to be.
I mean,
or Summer Games Fest, I guess.
Or are we just like that? Like,
I mean,
do we really expect like every gaming event to like feature like a big announcement, or like is it just enough that like they show us what games are there?
I think that just announcements have been spread out so much.
Yeah.
Lord Jitter Jagger says apparently it's the biggest convention in the world. I don't believe that.
It is.
Convention, period.
I mean, I know it's the biggest gaming convention in the world.
That sounds insane.
Yeah, because it's like...
Oh, I guess, there's nothing else. There's PAX.
Yeah. Even when E3 was around, like it was longer and they let more people in.
Yeah.
You know, it wasn't just the press, it was the public. So.
All right, I believe you. It's centrally located.
Yeah.
All right, now I'm gonna do the backlog intro. It's either gonna be we're either gonna absolutely nail this, or it's gonna be like horrifically off topic.
Okay.
So. Backlog. Hey guys. Backlog time. I'm gonna hit the button again. Hey, what's the backlog?
Backlog is the same with WULFF DEN Podcast. WULFF DEN Podcast got a segment called the Backlog. The Backlog is the same with WULFF Podcast, where we go through our retired video game collection of 1,051 games, pick a game at random, and talk about it regardless of whether or not we played it.
What'd you say? 1,051?
Let me just double check that. Yes, 1,051.
1046.
46.
Wow.
That would be. Damn it. Alan Wake 2 for the Xbox series. I have not played this game yet. But
why do you have it then?
Because I want to play this game. Because Alan Wake 1 was really good. We did a backlog on that. And I want to play Alan Wake 2 because everyone's saying good things about Alan Wake 2. Alan Wake 2 is like a masterpiece.
I did hear a lot of great things.
It's a horror icon. It's this, it's that. It's like all these like things, and like I want to play it, but I'm there. I don't play video games anymore because I'm a dad.
And it looks like I'm getting Resident Evil 4 vibes from it.
Yeah,
the way that the camera is over the shoulder and stuff, and the horror elements look very similar to Resident Evil 4.
I mean,
and that's your favorite game of all.
Well, yeah, I mean, Resident Evil 4 like set the blueprint for horror games going forward. I mean, Alan Wake 1 was very like tinged with that, but Alan Wake 1 was also very like surreal and cerebral and like, you know, David Lynchian, and this game even more so. This game, you know, takes place between two characters. You have Alan and the hell's her name? The lady that you play as. Yeah. God, fuck, man. I wish I could say more about this.
That's
game.
The nature of the backlog.
Yeah,
baby.
I know.
You don't know. This is the games we have. We don't play them all.
Yeah.
What happens with your back? This is your backlog. You have this and you have not played it.
I did buy this physically too, so I can just easily give it to you if you want to try it. You're never gonna play
Didn't this
game.
not release physically?
So yeah, so initially it didn't release physically because something with the way Remedy was developing it, and they wanted to keep costs down for the consumer, so they didn't release it physically. They just released it digitally, and that was like a big deal because it was the first like AAA title to say we're doing digital only. And I mean, nowadays it's a little bit more common, but eventually, I forgot who the publisher was, but I think it was Deep Silver. They're like, we'll put it out for you, limited edition. And it says limited edition on the top, but I got it on clearance because nobody was buying it physically. So you might still be able to find it physically.
This game got very high reviews.
Got very high reviews. My understanding is it does push like the boundaries of like what a horror game can be. Not just in terms of like the action, but like the psychology of it and things like that. It's Remedy, so you know it's got like a very well written story. It's very meta. Sam Lake, the creative lead of Remedy, is of course in the game as one of the characters. I think it's great because this came out like 15 years after Alan Wake 1. And they got the same two guys to play Alan Wake again, the body actor and the voice actor for it.
Okay.
So
I feel like you'd probably need to play the first one, right?
I don't know, because like the first game ends on such a really weird and bizarre note. And I feel like this game is gonna, it's like I had this revelation listening to a podcast about Death Stranding too. So I didn't play either game. But I feel like as they were talking about, even if I played Death Stranding 2, nothing they were saying was making sense.
Even if you played Death Stranding 1, nothing would have made sense.
Either game, honestly.
Yeah,
because like it's just so weird and convoluted and out there that like, you know, it doesn't really matter what you say or like what happened previously. You're not really going it for like the specific story details. You're going for the full experience.
Yeah, that's what I say when people are trying to get into Metal Gear.
Yeah.
Like just start wherever. The story doesn't make sense anyway.
Also too, the time distance between like the first game and second game was so huge. I'm sure there's got to be some way to like that they have to like to catch people up to speed on what's going on.
Yeah, I think Mass Effect did a good job of that. They play like an optional cutscene, and they make you make choices in the cutscene.
Yeah, I think Mass Effect 3 on the Wii U actually had an interactive comic book to fill you in on it.
So should I play the first one?
I mean, yeah, we have that on Xbox 360. You should definitely play the first one. I played the first one. The first one's very good. This one, as far as I know, is even better. One of these days, I will play this game. It's available on PS5, Xbox Series, Epic Game Store only. It is not on Steam, and I don't know if it's ever coming to Steam.
That's a pain in the ass. It probably works on Steam Deck, but you probably got to do a whole lot of tomfoolery.
Yeah.
Well, that's the backlog, everybody.
Sorry. That's just the way it happens.
That's the way the news goes sometimes. See you on the podcast. Goodbye.
Bye.
All right. Will Wolf, damn it, with the 62 months. Hey, Wolf Bros. Now you can own the PAL keys from Metal Gear Solid. Don't forget to put the blue one in the freezer. Excuse me?
I literally just saw these. Do you remember from Metal Gear, the PAL keys from the first game? Like, these, like, activate the Metal Gear. You have to take the blue one to the cold area, and you have to take the red one to the hot area.
Wow, this is stupid.
It's very stupid. It's $76. They're only making 5,000 of them. So
they're just cards.
I know, and like you can't really do anything with them.
They're like etched. Well, like so?
Yeah.
$76 for these 3 cards?
And I know I can get you or Jake to like 3D print these for me. And they would look exactly the same.
They come in like this little case, but it's a cardboard box. This keyhole is cardboard.
Yeah.
And it's not like okay, you hear me say cardboard box, you think Metal Gear, you think it's that box.
No, it's like
supposed to look like a vault, but it's wow, this is so dumb.
They're made of enamel. They're highly detailed, built-in display stand, limited to 5,000 pieces worldwide.
That is
dumb. Yeah.
Anyway, Next news. By the way, we nailed the backlog in.
Yeah.
So, PS5 price hike.
Yes. Market conditions.
Oh my god, 420 likes on this article.
Similar to many global businesses, we continue to navigate the challenging economic environment. Ooh, there you go. Economic environment. We'll write that one down. As a result, we made the difficult decision to increase the recommended retail price for the PlayStation 5 consoles in the US starting on August 21st. The PlayStation 5 now costs $549.99 US dollars. The PlayStation 5 Digital Edition now costs $499 US dollars, and the PS5 Pro now costs $749.99 USD. The recommended retail price for PS5 accessories remains unchanged, and we have no other price changes to announce at this time.
Heard a lot of discourse about this.
Yeah, they were the holdouts in America. They will raise their prices in other territories. Now they raise their prices here.
They were the first to raise their prices a long time ago in other territories.
Yes.
So that was before the market conditions.
Yes.
Those were other market conditions.
Yes.
Now things have gotten worse. So
I did see that like some stores hadn't raised the price yet. So like Best Buy and Target, like we're still selling it at the old price.
Mm-hmm.
This is just a $50 price increase, but like $50 is a lot. It's a lot to a lot of people. That's a game they could have bought instead of buying the system.
Never in our whole lives have we seen the price go up of a console throughout its generation.
Mm-hmm.
That is a very scary sign of what of what has happened to our world.
Yeah. But that's okay. We don't need hobbies.
No,
not at all. No, we don't. We can just, I don't know, read the stock market or dumb stuff.
The doom scroll. Yeah, this sucks, and it's only gonna get worse.
Yeah.
When the new consoles come out, when I bet the Switch is gonna,
Switch 2 is definitely getting a price increase.
Yeah.
If not now, then like within the year.
Yeah, or the games are gonna start all being $80.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's only going to be harder to be into video games or foreign goods in general.
Yeah.
Like unfortunately, a lot of the stuff that we're into, a lot of these video games, a lot of these handhelds, a lot of this technology that we use is from overseas.
Yeah.
And you can't just make a Kojima game in America.
No.
So, yeah, it's gonna be worse.
Yeah.
Buckle up, everybody.
Yep. I'll be curious to see because I think next week is the Apple event
for iPhones.
Yes.
Do they don't do laptops at that one, right? Because I want a new laptop.
I feel like laptops sometimes they do and sometimes they don't. Like sometimes laptops get their own thing.
Mm-hmm.
So
Hannah needs a new iPhone. So this is gonna get.
I'm rocking the 11 still. So like,
depending on one too, yeah.
Yeah. Depending on what the market conditions are.
How's your battery?
Not great.
Does it last the whole day?
Not usually.
No. So you charge in the middle of the day?
Yeah.
Wow. You're one of those.
Yeah. I also don't charge it at night. So I'll fall asleep on it. So
you're insane.
Yeah, I am. I don't think it should be too bad because Tim Cook gave him that stupid gold thing, so everybody's good.
Okay.
Bribery works.
And they opened up a factory in America or something.
Yeah, something like that.
I would imagine that's going to take like so long to get going.
Which is why he gave him the gold statue to like
this iPhone is going to take a while.
Mm-hmm.
Or this iPhone is probably going to still largely be made overseas. I got this is a brand new thing for me. I got text messages and emails about a charge for UPS.
I've been getting those.
Yeah, and I ignored it for a while because I was like, this is a scam, obviously.
Yeah.
But no, it's... And that's another thing is we get so much stuff. I don't want half the shit we get. We get like cases, and I don't want this shit. But like some of it comes from China, and then all of a sudden I owe money now.
Yeah.
Just because some guy wants to send me their case that they made.
Yeah.
I have to pay money to UPS now. So I just paid it, and it told me what it was. And one of them said 3 MP3 players. And I think that's their way of getting around.
Oh.
Yeah.
Because
if they said video game console or video game controller.
A toy,
yeah.
not a consumer electronic.
Yeah. So there's going to be a lot of that. There's going to be a lot of weird wheeling and dealing.
Interesting.
Yeah. And I need to learn.
Yeah.
It's like when I get PCBs made, it asks you what it is. And I always say like keyboard or a game controller. Like which one's the cheaper one?
Probably keyboard, because you can pass that off as a consumer electronic.
Yeah. Probably.
Yeah.
Anyway, I tried looking up when the MacBooks happen. It just says late in the year.
Okay.
Upcoming Apple products guide. Nope. That's every new Apple product coming in 2025. Oh, you don't know anything. You're just making shit up. Russ from Retro Game Crow was saying how he was paying tariffs on review consoles. Yeah, and it sucks for him because he's in Hawaii.
Yeah.
So,
which might as well be a foreign country.
Shipping's already horrible. I mean, he's closer to China. Though.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's rough. And I mean all of the stuff that he reviews is Chinese.
Mm-hmm.
In Japan they call them Chinese game console.
Really?
That's the designation of them.
Right.
Anyway, Japan's nation library won't preserve game key cards.
Yeah, this is interesting. Japan's National Legal Deposit Library says Switch 2 game key cards won't be eligible as part of its video games preservation process. The National Diet Library, that's what it's called, which was established in 1948, is one of the largest libraries in the world, and similarly to other legal deposit libraries like the British Library and the U.S. Library of Congress, requires by law that every domestic publisher has to submit copies of every new publication for the purposes of preservation. Since October 2000, this has included physical video game CDs and cartridges, with the NDL currently owning more than 9,600 video games housed in its archives. However, as reported by Famitsu, the NDL has chosen not to include Switch 2 game key cards as part of the collection because it doesn't consider them physical media. According to the report, NDL representatives explained that only physical media that contains the content itself can be preserved, and that since a key card on its own does not qualify as content, it falls outside of its scope for collection and preservation.
That kind of makes sense.
It does make sense, but like, how many games now are not going to be preserved because they're not on an actual cartridge?
It's kind of cool that Japan has this to begin with.
Yeah,
that they have a National Library archive of games.
Mm-hmm.
This is Nintendo's fault.
This is 100% Nintendo's fault.
I understand why if they're not gonna do digital games in their physical collection, like I would probably make the same decision because it's just a hunk of plastic.
Yeah,
it's not worth preserving.
Mm-hmm.
But there should be a digital library somewhere.
There should be. I don't know if
that's like a whole legal battle. That's something we're trying to fight over here.
Yeah,
because we have the capability of ripping games digitally and preserving them. But there are legal ramifications for that. There's the Digital Millennium Copyright Act is actively fighting against us preserving our digital media.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what's probably happened here. They probably are like, we can't do it because it's just a hunk of plastic to us unless we could rip it from this cartridge. So that's not really the Japan's National Library's fault. That's the result of the game key cards being digital. More reasons to hate game key cards.
Yes.
I did hear a rumor that Nintendo might start making more denominations of game cartridges. Like right now, you can only get the 64 gigabyte cartridge or the game key card. If you're a publisher, you can only publish your game on a 64 gigabyte cartridge, an expensive 64 gigabyte cartridge, or a dirt cheap game key card. So everyone's going for the game key card. I heard a rumor that they're gonna start making something in the middle.
I mean, that would only make sense.
Yeah, they should. If they're gonna do one, just do one that's like really small.
Yeah,
like 16 gigabytes or less than that. Because some of these games are like 2 gigs.
Yeah,
and they're being forced to put it on a game key card. Anyway, Hey, Metal Gear Solid Delta comes out today if you pay extra money, I think.
Yes. Did you pay extra money?
No.
Okay.
I'm not. When the hell am I going to play this game? I want to play this game. It is a priority to me. But when the hell am I going to play it?
Tomorrow.
Thursday, I think, is when it like actually comes
right. Well, yeah, it comes out this week and
today, I think.
Today. It is today. It's already getting reviewed. And people were like, yeah, it's good.
What type of good? August 28th is the official date, so that's
right.
Thursday, but I'm pretty sure it's out now. Oh, it says 7 out of 10 on Steam. Ooh, I don't love that. Because it's a 10 out of 10 game.
Yeah.
The
28th.
Yeah, that's the official date. But I think if you get the deluxe special super hyper jerk off edition, you get it today.
Yeah. Advanced access. Yeah.
Okay. So.
But anyway, Platinum Games developed the Metal Gear Solid Delta Snake Eater Secret Mode. Platinum Games, the developer of the acclaimed action titles such as Bayonetta and Nier Automata. Sorry, I know there's a difference. Contributed to the development of Konami's Metal Gear Solid Delta Snake Eater. Specifically, Platinum created a new version of Snake's Nightmare, an Easter egg that longtime fans of MGS3 will no doubt relish the return of. Snake's Nightmare is a third-person action sequence that is accessed by saving the game when Snake is captured and thrown in prison. When the save file is reloaded, instead of going back to prison, players wake up in a hellish otherworld where a mysterious man wielding hooked swords takes on demons in a graveyard. The minigame, also known to fans as Guy Savage, was originally written and directed by Shuyu Murata, who contributed to a number of other Metal Gear projects as part of the original Kojima Productions team. Although Metal Gear Solid 3 has been re-released in various forms since its debut on the PS2, Guy Savage / Snake's Nightmare has been omitted for a majority of them.
I don't remember this at all.
Really?
What you're looking at now is the new version. And it looks way different than even the old version.
Yeah.
But I watched footage from the old version and I don't remember it at all. And
dude, I specifically remember because you have to save at a very specific time.
Yeah. So it is when you're being tortured, you save and reload the game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, you have to talk to paramedic after you're tortured.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't do any of that.
I did. And I got it. And dude, Guy Savage fucking awesome. It's so good. I'm kind of mad they didn't make an actual game out of it. You could tell because on our memory card. So
Oh, I hit a button when you hit the button. Do it again.
PlayStation 2 memory cards have little icons for each save file you had on them. The Metal Gear Solid 3 icon was I think it was the boss's gun and a white rose.
Okay.
That was the save icon for your save file of Metal Gear Solid 3.
Okay.
However, were you aware that you can tell if you got the Guy Savage unlock because the save file changes to a red rose?
Okay, where do you see the icon?
It's that you'd have in in the PS2 when you go into the system menu.
Oh, the system
that's
menu.
what I'm talking
Okay,
about.
I thought you meant this menu.
No, I'm not sure.
It wasn't.
Yeah, it wasn't there.
This here it is. And this looks absolutely nothing like.
No, I believe it's not even the Fox engine. It's a completely different engine.
It looks like he has keyblades.
Yeah, he's got hook swords.
This looks ridiculous.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've never seen this before in my whole life.
It's really good. I think it's still on our old save card.
Oh, we could pop in the save.
If you popped it in and
the memory card, it's just there.
It's just there. Yeah.
Okay, because you didn't save over. You made.
No, I made a new save. Yeah.
Interesting. Okay.
So, yeah,
very
we should
cool.
Look into that. Yeah, but that's cool. I'm glad it's in the new game. I didn't know that it wasn't in any of the re-releases.
This footage is 20 minutes long.
Yeah, because I don't know how to get it to stop. Because you play it for so long and then it just stops. I don't know how you get it to stop.
Maybe you kill everybody. No, he doesn't.
No, because it's like a horde mode.
I think it just ends.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks like it just ends.
Yeah.
Maybe you kill enough people.
Maybe.
Okay, weird. So this version, there's a new version of this now in the new game.
It's developed by Platinum
Platinum
Games.
Games, a completely different developer. That's so weird.
Yeah. But good.
Very good.
There actually was, speaking of, and we don't have to like really go into this, but I did see IGN post an article where they like went over all 5 different versions of Metal Gear Solid 3. Because you had the original release, you had Subsistence, you had the HD collection,
Yeah, the 3DS version.
you had the 3DS version, and then this game. And I think so the HD collection and the Master collection are the same version of the game.
Okay.
So
okay. Yeah.
Yeah. Apparently the big thing is the original release, Subsistence, and the PS3 version of the HD collection all utilize pressure sensitive buttons of the PlayStation systems.
Okay.
The Xbox 360 and every system after that do not have pressure sensitive like face buttons. So that
was a huge part of the game.
Yeah, that changes the way the game is played.
Because I like to play Metal Gear as mostly a pacifist.
Mm-hmm.
And in order to do that, you have to, like, when you choke somebody, when you walk, it's a stealth game. When you walk up behind somebody and you choke them, you lightly tap one of the buttons to put them to sleep. But if you press it too hard, you will snap their neck.
Yeah.
So was a very integral part of playing
Same thing with aiming and lowering your gun. You would lightly press the face button to raise it, and if you want to lower it, you just take your finger off the face button. But then to shoot, you have to like actually like press hard on it.
So that's a very important to the game.
Yeah.
This game has an 86 on Metacritic for the PS5. Metal Gear Solid Delta, the new one.
I've heard PS5 actually has like a lower frame rate than the other systems.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, I want it on PC. How do I get on PC? Also, what is the Metacritic for the PC version?
I hate when they do that. Like when
Metal
they break
Gear
it up.
Delta PC. Yeah, they should. There should be a tab
Yeah.
and aggregate all the versions.
Yeah.
It says PlayStation 5 and more. Maybe it is. There is a tab.
Maybe.
View all platforms. PC 85.
Okay.
And no one reviewed the Xbox version. Okay, cool. I wonder how it runs.
Yeah, I heard PS5 version doesn't run as well as the PC version, which stinks. Because, you know, it's technically a PlayStation game. It's always been a PlayStation
I
game.
don't care. I'm not playing it there anyway.
Okay.
Jerry says, I just downloaded Twin Snakes and 2 and 3. Very excited. Jerry, don't tell anybody you downloaded it.
You're doing it wrong, man.
Just say you acquired it.
Yes.
More Metal Gear, or kind of adjacent. Kojima. What did he say? Has plans for Death Stranding 3 and won't make it right now.
Yes.
He's a busy guy.
He is. Kojima said in an interview in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia, as part of the Death Stranding 2 World Strand Tour, when asked by an interviewer about Death Stranding 3, he replied with the following: I'm not planning to do that at the moment because the ending of Death Stranding 2 was my finale of 1 and 2. But I already wrote the concept for DS3, so I have that in data. I hope that someone would create it for me.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's kind of cool that this is like the finale.
Yeah. It's like what he said, what he wants to say about it.
The article goes on to what I was thinking. There was talk of him having a USB drive.
Yes,
of
we
all of his
talked about
game
it on the show,
ideas,
yeah.
so that when he's dead, somebody can take up the mantle of making his games. This is what he's talking about.
Yes.
He put Death Stranding 3 in his little USB drive.
Yeah. I was listening to Post Games podcast, and the host of that brought up a good point. He's like, Kojima's like the only like named auteur in like video games right now, where like you know a Hideo Kojima game when you see it.
Yeah, there's very few of those.
Yeah, and he said like one of the reasons is because that he puts a lot of trust in like the people he works with, so that he can go off and like focus on like very specific things. So like he puts a lot of trust in the art department, the animations, like the gameplay scenario developers, so that he could focus on the overall like Kojima-ness of it. Basically.
So hearing about how Masahiro Sakurai makes his games,
Mm-hmm.
you know, he's another one.
Yeah.
He is extremely controlling.
Yeah.
So I would imagine Kojima is like that. Like, I wouldn't expect him to put, I mean, obviously you have to have trust in your team and whatever, but I'd imagine he, in order to get his point across, he's probably extremely like on top of them.
Right.
That's how I would imagine the development of his games.
Well, I mean, like Kojima, like he's always tweeting about how he's going to the movies and like he's hanging out with celebrities. So like,
Yeah,
that's what I mean, like
I guess he's less of a workaholic than I mean, I don't know.
No, I think because like Kojima had that health scare a while ago, so like I think that's like changed.
Sakurai
has a health
working
scare.
20-hour days, you know.
Sakurai has a health scare every game.
Yeah.
So like,
they're literally killing.
Yeah,
yeah.
But he's like so chipper and happy.
Everybody seems to love Kojima. Sakurai, I've heard he is a nightmare to work with. But like, you know.
But he makes those funny videos.
Yes, and
like
he's a nightmare to work with because he's such a perfectionist over
Yeah.
games, and I'm just assuming Kojima is similar. Now, Kojima has Yoji Shinkawa that he works with on every single game. That's his concept artist.
Mm-hmm.
I think he lets Yoji Shinkawa kind of do whatever he wants.
Yeah.
I think he tells him like these are the
These are my
characters, and
ideas.
Yoji Shinkawa is just incredible, and that's like Kojima's secret sauce.
Yeah.
Like Kojima didn't have Yoji Shinkawa, the game would not look like a Kojima game.
Well, that's, you know, great artists surround themselves with other great artists.
Yeah. Anyway, more news. Developers still don't have Switch 2 dev kits. I did hear about that.
Oh yeah, this is a pretty big one. It might be easier to score tickets to a Sabrina Carpenter concert than it is to obtain Switch 2 development kits.
We have tickets to
kids
a Sabrina
references.
Carpenter concert.
GameSpot still hip with the kids. Almost 12 weeks into the console's launch, developers big and small are still struggling to get them. Digital Foundry discussed the Switch 2 dev kit situation on this week's podcast. Nintendo seems to be almost discouraging Switch 2 development to some degree, where I've spoken with plenty of developers where they were either told that their game, they should ship it on Switch 1 and rely on backwards compatibility, said John Linneman, senior staff writer of Digital Foundry. There's a lot of developers that are unable to get Switch 2 dev kits. We talked to a lot of the devs at Gamescom this year, and so many of them said the same thing.
So we kind of talked about this a little bit once before. So this is part of why there's not a lot of Switch 2 ports. It's also why not a lot of games that are on the Switch 2 have specific optimizations for the Switch 2. Like the Switch 2 allows for 120 hertz refresh rate.
Mm-hmm.
The Switch 2 allows for, you know, better graphical fidelity and stuff.
Yeah.
And a lot of the games that are on there don't have that because they're just the Switch 1 version. And it's because developers didn't have a way to develop for it. And even like some of the big ones, they had to turn around their game real quick because even the ones that got dev kits got them only a few weeks before the Switch 2 even launched.
And we've seen like situations where like limited run games said like they were having problems, you know, with their backwards compatibility games. Like a lot of their Switch 1 games weren't working on Switch 2.
Yeah, I don't think I'd be willing to bet they didn't even get a dev kit. They just, game just broke. Those were Switch 1 games.
Yeah.
And the game just broke. So they were like, what do we do now? And they had to get it re-certified and stuff. You have games like the new Shinobi, the demo that just came out. The
Art of Vengeance.
Yes, the Art of Vengeance. That game looks like ass on the Switch 2 because it's a Switch 1 game that's 720p upscaled to 1080p. And there is no upscaling. It's just artifacting.
Yeah.
So you have a lot of shit like that. And like it would be so much easier if Nintendo would just allow the game to run 1080p. Like it doesn't need to be a whole new Switch 2 version.
Yeah.
It just needs to be like slightly more optimized.
Yeah.
You know, just like a little thing. It doesn't need to be straight up a whole Switch 2 version.
Yeah.
You know? Like even like a little checkbox that's like, oh, is this the Switch 2? Let's make it 1080p. That's it.
Right. But it is like, but why isn't Nintendo like being more forthcoming with their dev kits?
They don't care. Well, actually, they're not because they didn't want the system to leak or ahead of time. I understand that. Now the system's out. Get the fucking dev kit.
Yeah, because like backwards compatibility can only go so far.
Yeah.
You know, if these developers want to make a specific Switch 2 version of the game.
Yeah.
Like, that's what I don't understand. People want to give Nintendo money all the time.
Yeah.
Like, dev kits cost a lot of money. These people want to buy dev kits for Switch 2. Fans want to give Nintendo money to buy their games, and Nintendo is constantly saying, no, we don't want your money.
Yeah.
We want to get your money in a stupid way.
They're doing it in a really bizarre way. Yeah. I wish that there was more dev kits out there in the wild, and I also wish there was some sort of middle ground somewhere where they could make just a Switch 1 game that just has a little check to see if you're on the Switch 2 and gives you a slight optimization, not necessarily a whole Switch 2 build for some of these games. It'd be great to have a whole Switch 2 build for a lot of games, but not every game needs it.
Yeah.
Black Ops 7 single player to end with a multiplayer battle. Excuse me?
This is what I was talking about before. Black Ops 7 will integrate the campaign's final mission into a 32-player multiplayer experience for the first time ever in the series. According to sources who wish to remain anonymous as they couldn't talk about the game's plans, Black Ops 7's hotly anticipated Albion map, which was initially planned as a battle royale map, will be the title's 12th and final mission in the Black Ops 7 campaign. It's said that although some POIs in Albion will be present as part of the game's campaign, which can be played in up to 4 players co-op, the fully fledged map will be the game's final mission. The final mission sounds awfully like an extraction-based shooter where players will need to complete objectives and extract, but we'll have to wait and see exactly what that means. It is said that the mission will be a hardcore and similar to other extraction shooters on the market. If you're killed and your squad is wiped out, you will lose all your character's progress.
That actually sounds sick.
No, it doesn't. I don't want to do that.
So you're not gonna.
No,
you're not gonna play Black Ops, so it doesn't matter to you.
Imagine the precedent that sets. Like Gears of War. I like Gears of War. I play the next Gears of War game, and all of a sudden, last level is a fucking multiplayer battle royale.
I think this sounds really cool with the lens that if you play it as a 4-player co-op game.
Mm-hmm.
If you're playing 4-player co-op with some other people and you're just playing through the campaign of Call of Duty and then it all mounts to a big 32-player battle at the end, that sounds like a really cool co-op experience.
But like, how is that even going to work from a narrative perspective? Because like you do the whole like,
it's a war.
It's a war,
but like, a war at the end.
But then like. So everybody's ending is going to be different. Only one person is going to get the canonical ending.
Yeah,
that's insane.
Yeah, and it'll be fucking hard as hell.
I don't.
But then you could probably play it over and over again.
I don't see this working. I don't see this like paying off in the way they think it's going to pay off.
I think it sounds cool. It sounds shitty if you're just playing it single player.
Yeah.
If you're just playing alone, I don't know how I feel about a 32-player mission if you can lose the mission.
Yeah.
You know? But if you're playing 4-player co-op through the whole campaign and then it mounts to you doing this big multiplayer mission, that sounds like it could be really cool. And I'd imagine it'd be pretty easy to win if you have a full squad of 4 people because most of the people who are playing it are not multiplayer players. They're campaign players.
Yeah. And that means like you have to have an online connection to like experience the full game. Like at the
yeah. I mean, maybe they'll give you like a bot lobby or something.
Yeah, okay.
If you lose all your single player progress and have to play the game again. I don't think that's real.
No, that seems.
It did say you lose. It did say something like you lose your progress.
Yeah, but like up to that point.
Yeah,
like,
I'd imagine. Similar to other extraction shooters on the market, if you're killed and your squad is wiped, you lose all your character's progress. I think they just mean within that one mode. Oh, you're kidding. Oh, it's a joke. Oh, it was a haha moment. Anyway, maybe that'll get me to get the game.
Maybe.
Sony makes PS Store refunds easier. Amazing. Is this? Are they forced to do this?
I don't think so. If you've ever tried to get a refund from the PS Store, you know the process can be quite painful. Fortunately, Sony has finally done something about it, as the method by which you can ask for your money back has been made simpler. While logged into the PSN account on the PlayStation app for a smart device or the PS Store website, you can now simply hit a button while viewing your past purchases to ask for a refund. Here's the process via the website. Log into your account, click your avatar, then account settings, transaction history, find the eligible purchase you wish to have refund, then click request refund. There's a much simpler route this is a much simpler route to asking PlayStation for any money back on the PS Store. It was previously a much messier procedure. While this is good news, it should be noted that the PS Store refunds policy is no less strict on exactly what can be refunded. In a nutshell, you can get a refund if your purchase was made within 14 days of the refund request, and you haven't downloaded or streamed the item. If it has been downloaded or streamed, the item is found to be faulty.
So it could be faulty, and okay. So
Yeah.
that's like a Cyberpunk type deal.
Yeah. The full policy lays out much more detail, but that's the gist.
Okay, well, Steam, you get to play the game for 2 whole hours, and then they'll refund you if you don't like it.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, like, that's how it should work. Like, you'd be able to try the thing.
I like how open Steam is about stuff like that, but some games are just 2 hours.
Yeah.
So like there needs to be like maybe a percentage of the game, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe it's only certain games allow for the 2 hour playtime.
I feel like, 2 hours is definitely just like a blanket. They feel like that's good enough for everyone, but like some games don't even get started within 2 hours. You're in the tutorial for 2 hours.
Some games like Call of Duty, like I think you need to be able to boot up a game to see if you can even play it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the fact that you can't even download it is a little
Mhm.
excessive, but at least you get to do a refund at all. Sometimes like you accidentally buy the expensive version of the game and you don't realize it until after you hit send, and then you get the notification on your phone from your bank and it says you're overdrawn. You're like, I thought I had $10 left. Anyway, moving on. PlayStation boss doesn't want studios to quote play it safe. I did hear about
PlayStation CEO Herman Hulst wants the company to mitigate expensive risks while with its future games following last year's high-profile failures of live service shooter Concord. Speaking to the Financial Times, Hulst reflected on Concord's failure in comparison to the huge success of Astrobot. I don't want teams to always play it safe, but I would like for us, when we fail, to fail early and cheaply, he said. PlayStation has now put into place more supervisions of Sony-owned studios to ensure Concord's fate isn't repeated. We have since put in place much more rigorous and more frequent testing in many very different ways. The advantage of every failure is that people now understand how necessary that oversight is.
I understand. I mean, like this is our biggest criticism of all these big companies is that they don't allow their developers to take risks. They always want the same game over and over again because they think if you make a game that's like Call of Duty, it'll be just as big as Call of Duty.
Yeah.
Or if you make a game that's a live service game, it'll be just as big as Fortnite, stuff like that. And that's our biggest criticism. So we want games to go wild and do weird shit. But like, obviously, they're not always going to be successful when they do that. I mean, they're not always going to be successful no matter what. But it's risk. It's called taking a risk for a reason.
Yeah.
And I think that is a very nice way to look at it. If you're going to take a risk, let's have you fail as early as possible so that we can course correct and maybe give up on it early and start something else that'll make us some money, because these games cost a lot of money. A publisher like PlayStation is taking these risks that cost millions of dollars.
Yeah.
Not like some indie game where it's just the developer's time and they're wasting that if the game is bad. So I hope they're sticking to that. I hope that they're right. I hope that they do make different things, because right now all the PlayStation published titles are fucking third-person action games, and I don't necessarily love third-person action games. I want some variety. I want some weird and different things.
I hope Ghost of Yotai can somehow break the mold of that, but
it won't. It's third-person action game.
It's a sequel to a third-person open world action game with crafting a collectible.
I think it will be very good.
Yes,
but it will be a third-person. Somehow, I'm excited for Ninja Gaiden. I don't know why.
I mean, because that's not like an open world game. That's more of a linear.
Yeah.
fast paced.
Also, it's gonna be hard as fuck.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think I've played a game as hard as Ninja Gaiden Black. What's the one that we had? 2?
2.
Just 2.
Just regular.
Not Black.
Yeah. Correct.
Okay. That was the hardest game I think I've ever played in my whole life. I don't think I beat the first boss. And he was like, you know, just to check to see if you're like even capable of playing this game.
Right.
And for some reason, that makes me excited for this one.
Yeah.
And I've been playing Ninja Gaiden Ragebound, which you should play because it's
Yes, I saw you play.
It is awesome.
You want to play?
It is very, very good. The bosses are also very hard, but it is very good, and it's very forgiving. The saves, the checkpoints are right there.
That's good. We were watching, and my wife and I were actually watching your stream, and like you were on that boss, and like it was like a million tries, and she's like, he's having a really hard time doing this. I'm like, if it were me, I would have given up by now because I can't take how hard this fucking game is.
It is very hard. But you know, you figure it out after a while. There's just so much. Like I'm a decent way into the game, so I've done a couple of bosses, and the more bosses you do, the more shit they throw at you. So like while you're fighting the boss, there's so many things to pay attention to on the screen. See, you have to like read the boss's attack patterns, but the last boss that I fought had shit come out from behind. The boss was on this side of the screen, and shit would come at you from the opposite side of the screen.
It's a pet peeve of mine in games when like you're fighting the boss, and in the middle of the boss battle, the boss summons his henchmen to fight you. So now you have to fight the boss and his henchmen at the same time.
So I don't mind that in a game where the henchmen drop items, because sometimes that's necessary for the boss fight. Then you fight the henchmen and you get health, or you fight the henchmen and you gain stamina or something like that. But that's not what happens. What happened, and the last boss I fought, it was like tentacles came up. And like, it fucked me up. But no, you figure out the pattern eventually over time, and you figure it out. So anyway, what are we doing?
We just talked about the PS Store refund.
Oh, Vita.
Yes. Last news. Nintendo is the undisputed king of the handhelds, but that doesn't mean other companies don't want in. Microsoft is trying its hand with the Asus ROG Xbox Ally, and PlayStation put in a good few years with the PSV and the PS Vita, but it made one big mistake. One of the mistakes we made with the Vita is we were very keen on creating a living room experience and the 10-foot experience in a 10-inch square, says Sean Layton, the previous president and CEO of Sony Interactive Entertainment, as said on the Hip Hop Gamer podcast. To win in handheld is not to bring the best conversion of the console experience to the handheld, he said. To win in handheld is to make a great handheld experience. Don't try to make that big thing fit in that space. Understand that you can do it in a space that's really interesting, compelling. People want to do it again. I think that's the content challenge for moving into the handheld area.
That is a direct contradiction of what the PlayStation Portal is.
Yeah.
That is them trying to achieve the living room experience on a handheld.
Yeah. Yeah. So, I mean...
Are they admitting that that was a failure and a misstep?
Former president
and
CEO.
Oh, so he's talking trash.
He's talking trash. Well, I mean, like, he was steering the ship when the Vita was out, and the Vita didn't sell well. And a lot of people say, like, you know, trying to sell it as a console, not a console replacement, but like console quality experience in a portable form factor, and like not a lot of the games really hit that.
So that I think is close to the issue. I think that they could sell it as a close to, because that was a very powerful handheld at the time, and the games did look like almost console quality for being a handheld. So I think that they actually like hit the mark there. The issue was when they said like you could play every PlayStation 3 game on this thing, because they were just wrong about that.
No,
that was via remote play. And it turned out that you couldn't remote play almost any game from the PlayStation 3. It was just like MLB The Show, and that's it.
Yeah.
And then every PlayStation 4 game ended up being remote playable. But they got sued. So that is the issue.
I mean, I think the Vita didn't sell as well because, like, you know, after a while, Sony just stopped putting their muscle behind it. I think it didn't become the system they wanted it to within a year. So they like kind of like abandoned ship, even though all the indie games were like, you know, doing very well on it, but they didn't want to be seen as an indie machine because indies aren't sexy. You know, it's sexy. Nathan Drake.
Yeah, it was an amazing indie machine, and it didn't run behind that. And then Xbox ended up running behind indie games, and they ended up benefiting a lot from it.
And then the Switch came along and really like took things to the level.
And then that became the indie machine. And that, you know, Nintendo's known for being a less powerful console, so it was a great little indie machine.
Also, too, Shuhei Yoshida in a different interview said that the proprietary memory cards of the PlayStation Vita were another problem because, like, they were proprietary. They were wildly expensive.
The Vita was just an expensive machine. Yeah. And for a handheld at the time, we were like, why would we get this thing? It's so expensive. And then they ended up making a cheaper version, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So Sony, once again, making something really expensive and then walking it back and making it cheaper. I got the Vita because of the cross save with some indie games.
Yeah.
That you could buy it on your PlayStation 4 and your Vita and have the same game on both and play it on both, because I thought that was the coolest thing ever. And then the Switch came out and it did that too. So not a cross save thing, but it's literally your home console is the portable console, so it's the perfect parity. That's it, I guess.
Yeah, that's it.
I didn't pull a tweet of the week, but I know there were some bangers on Twitter this week. I was going nuts with Twitter.
Did I have
Give
anything?
me a second.
Where am I? Like, see one right now. Silk Song will not be coming to the Wii U despite 2014 Kickstarter goal. Team Cherry lied.
That happens a lot. There were a lot of Wii U games, and they're like, "No, we'll just do the Switch," and you know what? Nobody cares. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe there weren't bangers. Maybe I just.
Here, I got one.
Okay, I'll just do this. Maybe we'll do it.
Tweet of the week. Tweet of the week. Tweet of the week.
Oh, it's a skeet, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes.
This is from Hampton. It says, big fan of the one song that falls under citrus and sex. This is a pie chart. What Led Zeppelin songs are about? And then there's a big part of the pie is sex. A big part of the pie is Vikings or hobbits or some shit. And then a very, very, very small sliver is citrus. What the fuck song is that?
Tangerine and the Lemon Song.
Oh, there's two songs.
There's
wow. I didn't know they were so citrus forward.
Yeah, they're
maybe I'll like them more. I'm a big fan of citrus.
When they're not talking about hobbits or sex with hobbits, they're talking about citrus. Led Zeppelin, folks. All the jocks at high school like them, but they don't want to admit that Led Zeppelin, bunch of fucking nerds.
Here's one. Dad, how much does a fart weigh? Nothing, son. Then I shat myself. We're going to talk to you guys real quick.
Starting with people who left comments on last week's Wolf Den Podcast over on the YouTube channel, youtube.com/Wolf Den Podcast. Oh no, Discord crashed. Hey, there it is again.
Also, Sam's, thank you for the 23 months. Discord, when it updates on Mac, you got to open it 3 times.
I'm in the browser. I'm not even using the app.
Okay, then never. Where am I going here? Wolf Den info. I guess we only have 1 week. Snake Eater Gaming says, shout out to the live viewers who saw Will's comic book discussion. Felt like a Wolf Den channel throwback talking about comics. Oh yeah, we had a lot of difficulties. Thank God they seem to be fixed.
Yes.
There is now just like an insane delay between what we say and what appears on screen.
Yeah.
But hopefully to you it seems seamless. It's like a 3-second delay. When I go like this, we see it like 3 seconds later. Bipolar Capybara says, here after Bob said that no one watches the podcast on his Emulation 101 video. Well, I do. Please don't stop doing it. Oh my God. Will's back.
Hey. I was dead, but I got over it.
You got over it. I don't know how to pronounce your name. Alex? Mafia the Old Country sneakily came out last week. You guys planning on playing it? That's another thing. It came out and no one said anything.
Yeah, like it got like its reviews. It reviewed fairly well, and then that was it.
And it's like a short game. I
Yeah.
want to play it.
Yeah, me too. It's not Steam Deck compatible, so I might have to get it on a console.
I'm sure it is.
All right, you get it, and I'll see. If not, I'll get it on PlayStation or whatever the fuck.
If you need to borrow a PC handle, let me know.
No, because last time I did that.
That's true. You break every one of
Yeah.
them. Go Forth TV says Game Fact. I'm sorry. Hit the button. Game Fact. Were you aware? Viva Pinata's 4 Kids show actually predates the video game.
I was not. I was not aware of that because I just assumed it was, came after. Because there's like a couple of Viva Pinata games. I thought it came in between like the first and second one.
I'm not up on my Viva Pinata lore. I'm
Yeah.
sorry. Rumple Foreskin, okay, says, new drinking game, drink every time Bob touches his hair. Note, don't do this. Okay. When you got a long hair, you got to play with it all the time. Or else, why have it?
Yeah.
Where's the Pomelo song? Does that count as citrus?
Does it?
I don't know. Discord is rapidly degrading as a platform. I hear things. All right. Anyway, now we're in the chat.
Yes. Hello, everyone. What do you want to know?
No viewer activity on the YouTube. I mean, there's people in the chat, but
How does that mean no viewer activity?
it means no one gave us money, Will.
Oh, cheap bastards.
Cheap bastards up on YouTube. Any interest in Lost Soul?
Lost Soul aside.
What is that? Hi, Bob. Will, what did you two get back to at Long Island Retro a few weeks ago? What did you get back? What? What do we get? Oh, what did we get at Long Island Retro? Nothing. I didn't get a single
It's like
thing.
the first convention I didn't buy anything at.
There was a booth that had gluten-free cookies,
Yeah.
and they were sold out.
Damn.
Oh, I'm not interested in Lost Soul aside. It is. It looks like Final Fantasy.
Ah.
It looks like Final Fantasy. What's the newest one? 17? 16?
16.
Looks like Final Fantasy 16 / Forspoken. That's what it looks like to me. I am sorry. I am not interested. The main pinata was voiced by Dan Green, who played Yugi. Yugi?
Yugi? I watch
Yeah.
It's time! Duel! I watched this one YouTuber, what the hell is his name? Solid GG or whatever. He does these really funny dubs of mostly Super Friends. But,
Okay.
sometimes last week he did Yu-Gi-Oh! Fucking hysterical. He's like, you're making all that stuff up on the card. No, I'm not. It says it right on the card right here. Well, I can make stuff up too.
One of the greatest YouTube videos of all time is the Yu-Gi-Oh! VR game. And some random guy just was fucking around in the Yu-Gi-Oh! VR game. Just wanted to say you can get Alan Wake 1 for 99 cents.
Oh yeah, it's like a big Steam sale.
Okay, might have to just pick that up. Add to the backlog.
Also, have not played American Nightmare, which is the spin-off game that they did, but I have that too.
I might rather just dump the Xbox 360 game that we have.
So make sure you get it off the hard drive because I got the DLC for it, and that's not on disc.
Yeah, you could do that.
So
We can make that happen.
I got the DLC because I thought it would clear up the ending. It does not. It just makes things more confusing.
Oh my god, we got Blucas with the 5 ruples. Here's some YouTube viewer activity. P.S. The currency is Brazilian reais, not rubles. he played a mind game with me. He knew.
He knew.
He knew, man. Bob, did you know that the video game Viva Pinata Party Animals is the only one in the franchise to be directly based off the animated cartoon? I did not know that. And is Microsoft take on Mario Party? No, the only thing I know about that is seeing it at GameStop all the time when I worked there. People would get their Xbox. People would get an Xbox 360 for their kid because their friends have Xbox 360s and they'd go over their house and play Call of Duty. So they'd get the Xbox 360 and then they go, "What games can I get?" and the kid would be like, "Get me Call of Duty and Grand Theft Auto," and they'd be like, "I can't. It's rated M. I'm not going to do that." And then they would just end up with Viva Pinata, and everyone would return it and hated it because it's not Call of Duty.
They like packaged Viva Pinata with like a lot of like holiday bundles.
That's what it was.
Yeah.
I think like the 4 GB one came with Viva Pinata or some
so,
shit.
like-
So that would be the immediate trade-in.
Mm-hmm.
Not that the game's bad. It's just no. That's not why people bought the console.
Yeah.
My girl and I are going to Japan for the 4th and 2nd time in 3 months. That's a lot of numbers you just threw at me. What's one thing we should do that we haven't been in 5 to 10 years? I don't have an answer. What's one thing we should do that we haven't? I don't know what you've done. What did I do?
You walked around like the city mostly.
Yeah, a lot of people want to go to like the countryside and stuff
Yeah.
and see that part of Japan. I don't.
I would love to see this.
I don't need that.
Yeah.
Because it takes so long to get over there,
Right.
and then you're there, and then
Yeah,
you're stuck
it's like,
there.
ooh, it's the countryside. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know, but I like, Kurosawa, like samurai films.
Mhm.
So like seeing the Japanese countryside was like interesting.
Yeah.
So
Okay. I don't have an answer. Because like I've only been twice, and I don't think I did anything like particularly special or unique that other people haven't done. I just saw
Right.
some video game stores. There's a million great coffee shops.
Mhm.
You don't have to necessarily go to the ones that I went to. We definitely are going to the countryside. All right, there you go.
There you go.
Do that.
See a New Japan Pro Wrestling show because they do it differently over here. They take it seriously and they actually try to kill each other.
Oh, okay. That'd be cool to watch,
Yeah.
to witness a murder. Bob, did you know that? I read that already. Never mind. Blucas says I've donated other times before, and you always say ruples. I'm not gonna stop saying that. This guy should try and find my friend Selena, who's working abroad for the year. Okay, go.
Yeah, there you go.
Find-
That's your
find Seth
mission.
Film's friend Selena. Bet he's never done that. We want to do wrestling and sumo match. Oh,
Ooh.
there's something about sumo wrestling. Like I think foreigners are not allowed to watch it.
No.
I think there's some weird thing.
No, that can't be. I'm sure they you have to sit.
There's like a lot of rules.
I know they have a lot of rules. They're like
You know what it is? Women cannot enter the ring at all or be
Yes.
near the ring. That's like one of their weird rules. Hylian rupees. Yes, that's what I'll say
Yeah.
next time. I don't know the next time I'm going to Japan. I wanted to go this year, but then I got married.
Yeah.
Emulation is the only way that 90% of us can play Switch games in Iran. Really?
Wow.
Yeah, that makes sense,
Yeah.
actually. It's been that way in a lot of countries. A lot of countries just don't have access to these games.
Yeah.
Because of, we're experiencing tariffs here now. Most other countries experience them forever.
Yeah.
So, Bob, this is apparently the big gaming news in the mainstream media. Roblox, one of the world's most popular gaming platforms, bans hate speech.
Oh, they went woke, is what you mean?
Users have found a way to spread it anyway.
They are just censoring.
They will always find a way.
censoring more conservative points of view.
What's it called? Like time to dick or something? Like how quickly will somebody make a dick in the video game or something?
I thought you were talking about the Penny Arcade dickwad theory,
What?
where it's like normal person plus microphone plus anonymity equals plus audience equals total dickwad.
Oh yeah. That's also true. I didn't hear about that Roblox thing in particular, but I am hearing about the whole pedophile ring. How there's a lot of security flaws
Yeah.
in Roblox. And there's like no like real age verification, and like they're like actively like hiding like or they're like kind of like allowing a lot of these like really sketchy like Roblox servers to exist.
Here's a question. Is Roblox even a game? Like, I hear about Roblox all the time. Like, it's very popular. Kids play it. I've seen like a clip of it here or there. I still don't understand what the gameplay of Roblox is.
So here's my understanding.
Yeah.
Little Big Planet.
Okay.
You know how there's a single player, there's like a campaign or whatever. But there's also other people make levels, and then other people make like whole games inside the game.
Okay.
And
So
it's my understanding of Roblox.
That makes a little more sense.
Yeah. It's like an engine now.
Right.
Like people make their own games inside of Roblox and like make their own server. But like the games in Roblox now are so crazy they don't look anything like
because I know like there's like a full Sonic the Hedgehog game, like officially licensed Sonic game.
Yeah, but even that looks like a little bit like Roblox. When we were in Vegas, there was a Roblox security convention at the hotel that we were at.
Really?
You didn't see that?
No, I had no idea.
It was where we got married at the end of like the where all the like conferences are.
Yeah.
It said like Wolf Wedding, and then it said Roblox Security. I was like, what the fuck? Is that for real?
Yeah.
I was like, that's weird. That's a weird name for a company.
Yeah.
And then we were walking around, and there was a big banner that said Roblox in the font of Roblox.
How did I miss that?
Yeah. And that's weird because the week after all this controversy went out about Roblox, about security in Roblox, and how there is none.
I was too busy like being upset. We got there the last day of Evo.
Yes, and I could not figure out how to get into Evo. I just wanted to walk around the convention floor.
And like I totally forgot. And what happened was like
I didn't realize either until like the week before.
We got there and there was a dude in a Street Fighter shirt. And I had said something to my wife because like my wife was like self-conscious. She had a 101 Dalmatians backpack on. I'm like, what are you self-conscious about? This nerd's walking around with a Chun-Li t-shirt. What don't you got nothing?
As Chun-Li.
Yeah. And then like later there was a dude with an M. Bison hat and a Street Fighter shirt. I'm like, that's two Street Fighter shirt. What the hell is going on? Like,
oh, you didn't even know.
It was like putting two to two together. Like, oh, it's fucking Evo. It's right. Oh, man. So.
Yeah, I wanted to go so bad.
I would have loved to have seen.
I could not figure out at all how to get in there.
Yeah.
So Evo is like a convention, and then also it's the tournament.
Yeah.
And there's two separate tickets, I think. The worst are the Obies obstacle course worlds with the jank control. Oh, you're talking about you play with your kids. It's just a bunch of sandbox levels, really more of gaming social media.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, Fortnite, I don't know last time you played Fortnite, but Fortnite is trying to do that now too.
Yeah, I know Fortnite's trying to do that. I'm just mad because like I don't want to start playing Fortnite unless I can play as like a specific character, but all the characters I want to play as like are just not available. You know, so maybe when Bender is available again.
I bought Sabrina Carpenter on the Switch, and then I figured out how to finally link because my Switch was not linked to my other Fortnite account. Like I have a main Fortnite account with like my PlayStation, my Xbox, my PC, and then I have the Switch version for some reason.
Yeah,
and I finally figured out how to link it, and it nuked the Switch version, and now the $20 Sabrina Carpenter skin I bought doesn't exist. It's gone, and you can't rebuy it because it's not in stock anymore. So there goes my Sabrina Carpenter. And there goes all my Fortnite fun.
Yeah.
How am I supposed to have fun in the game anymore? And there goes the whole show. Thanks for hanging out, everybody.
Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for watching us. Thank you for chatting with us. As always, the WULFF DEN Podcast every Tuesday night at 8 p.m. Eastern, right here on twitch.tv/WULFDEN or youtube.com/WULFDEN Podcast. If you can't make the show for any reason at all, we always put the archive version up over on youtube.com/WULFDEN Podcast, so you can go check us out over there on demand whenever you want. If you prefer to listen to us rather than watch us, you can do that as well, because we're also an audio podcast on any and every podcast service, such as Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Audible.com, Pocket Cast, Overcast, YouTube Podcast. The list goes on, but no matter where you get the show from, folks, please be sure to subscribe, rate, and review us, because that helps us with placement on all of those respective platforms.
Like the video if you made it all the way to the end.
Yeah. Prove it to us that you watched it.
And thanks for hanging out. I'll be back live on Thursday, probably. I will hopefully have a video up on Thursday, although I haven't filmed it yet, so it's not looking good for that. And then that's it. See you later. Goodbye, everybody.
Bye.